Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Man, it's no secret Saints have owned this series. Saints have won 6 straight in the regular season against Tampa. That is something that is not lost on the Bucs. They, of course, lost the Saints did lose the division round playoff game in 2020 in the Superdome, but 6 straight. As a matter of fact, Tristan Wirfs, the Bucs starting right tackle, during their media availability was asked by a reporter about the Saints kind of dominating Tampa, and he even called to mind what his head coach told the whole team.
You know, it's not a rivalry unless there's some give and take. So, you know, hopefully we can, give it back to them and get it back to a real rivalry. But, yeah, we did get him when it counted, my rookie year. But, we see him twice a year every year. So, got to have some back and forth at least. The
beginning part of that, which wasn't in the clip, is Coach Bowles said today it's not a rivalry unless it's give and take. I mean, that's something that Todd Bowles, the head coach, has said to his team. This is clearly one that Tampa wants to get. So they'll have to come in the Dome to get it, and the Saints have just been really perfectly equipped to stop Tampa from doing what they do well. Yesterday, the story, of course, was the injury report. The Saints had just a very extensive injury report. If there was one bit of good news, it was that the only player who was not participating was Paulson Adebo. Now, of course, you want Paulson Adebo out there, but overwhelmingly, everyone was limited, which means they're mostly on track to play. You're just taking it easy on them throughout the start of the week. I mean, Cameron Jordan, Alvin Kamara, Marcus May, Tre'Quan Smith, Dwayne Washington, Jameis Winston, Landon Young, Mark Ingram, Calvin Throckmorton, Alontae Taylor, all limited. And then Paulson Adebo did not participate. We actually do have the updated injury report already for Thursday, which just dropped. So here it is. Let's run through it. Cameron Jordan, again, was limited. Alvin Kamara did not practice today. We're going to come back to that. Marcus May, who was limited on Wednesday, was a full participant on Thursday. That's great news. Also, Calvin Throckmorton, who was limited with illness, was a full participant. Everyone else who was limited on Wednesday was limited again. Tre'Quan Smith, Dwayne Washington, Jameis, Landon Young, Mark Ingram, Alontae Taylor, all limited. Paulson Adebo, again, did not practice. At this point, you'd have to look at that and say it's more likely than not that Adebo would not be available for this week. Now, let's go through a couple of those in particular. Like we mentioned, Kamara was limited on Wednesday, did not practice on Thursday. It's interesting because Dennis Allen was on his coach's conference call on Wednesday, and he was asked about why they signed Latavius Murray.
Murray, present.
Here's what he said.
Just getting another vet back in here that we, are comfortable with, that we know, that knows our system. He was obviously, he was already a guy that we were kind of keeping an eye on a little bit. And I think once we kind of got through week 1 of the season, and had a little bit better feel for exactly who all we had, we wanted to go ahead and bring him in here. And I think that's a positive addition. He looked really good out there running around today.
Oh, with the Jerusalem Tulipu. Oh. You don't know anything about flowers. Right. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. You can... Again, don't listen to what I'm saying. Watch what I'm doing. Dennis Allen on Wednesday is out here saying, hey, why did you re-sign Latavius Murray? We've been keeping an eye on him. Good player, familiar. We felt like we might need another back. And then Thursday, Kamara's out. Not practicing. I mean, y'all, this ain't rocket science. You understand what's happening. Like Alvin Kamara hurt his ribs. There's a really good chance he's not going to play. He tried to run around a little bit on Wednesday. It didn't go so great. They sat him today. You got Latavius Murray out there to have a veteran back who knows how to play on Sundays, who you've counted on, who knows your system and all that sort of stuff. More so than anything, this is a pretty good indicator that Alvin Kamara is not on target. If you're not practicing on Thursday, you're up against it to be ready against Friday now, or for Sunday. Now, a player of Alvin Kamara's stature, sure, Kamara don't need to practice. Just get him treatment and ready to go on Sunday if he can play. But that's not a good sign. Not only that he's not practicing, but you brought in another back clearly for the purpose of, or the possibility of Kamara not playing. So we'll continue to watch that one. Here was Dennis Allen on Wednesday, again, when he was asked about Jameis Winston.
Dennis, how is Jameis doing today? He had said after the game that he was kind of hurting, but he was at practice.
He seems to be doing much better today. So it was good to see. We kind of limited the practice a little bit, but it was he was able to get out there and move around and take some reps and look pretty good in doing it.
Okay, so limited for Jameis on Wednesday, limited again for Jameis on Thursday. By the way, here was Jameis talking about how he feels.
How are you feeling physically now as opposed to immediately after the full game?
Well, I'm still getting over some, first game soreness. But, it always feels good coming off with a win.
So we know why Jameis went to the medical tent, little back issue. You never want to hear that it's a back issue. That's just not a good thing. I mean, for very obvious reasons. I mean, anyone who's dealt with back pain understands what that means. But the fact that he is out there is significant. So hopefully, as we continue through the week, that maintains. Now, as for the Bucs, their injury report, we have a couple of updates on the Bucs injury report from Wednesday to Thursday. And this is not good, by the way, for Tampa. Mike Evans, who was limited on Wednesday, did not practice on Thursday. And we have talked quite a bit about Tampa and my feeling about this offense. With of course, Chris Godwin is out. We know that he's going to be out with the hamstring injury. Chris Godwin's out. Mike Evans is now limited. There's no Gronk anymore. Antonio Brown went AWOL. Like, you had massive turnover on that offense. And then Ryan Jensen, the center. We've talked about Ali Marpet retiring. You lost another guard in free agency. Another guard got hurt. Last week, Donovan Smith got injured against Dallas. I mean, that offense is injured right now. Mike Evans went from limited to did not participate. That's another weapon down for Brady. Tom Brady didn't practice on Wednesday, was back on Thursday, but that we all understand what that is. Russell Gage was limited. He went from a DNP to limited, so Gage may be back. Donovan Smith, their starting left tackle, did not practice for the second consecutive day. Fournette was limited again. Brashad Perriman was limited again. Tristan Wirfs was limited again. Julio Jones, again, back-to-back days, did not practice. Let me not miss that. So on Thursday, Mike Evans and Julio Jones both did not practice. Russell Gage was limited. Leonard Fournette was limited. Tristan Wirfs, the starting right tackle, was limited. And Donovan Smith, the starting left tackle, did not practice. And the interior of your line is brand new. Y'all, this is already a bad matchup for Tampa, as we've seen over the last 3 years. Now you're going to take this much away from that offense. You start to feel better and better and better about New Orleans on Sunday in the Dome against the Bucs. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.